We know that in India we have a single integrated judiciary. We have a three-tiered system. In this, at the top or the national level, we have the Supreme Court. At the states, we have the High Court, and below that, we have the subordinate or the lower courts. In our previous video, we've talked about the first type of our subordinate courts, that is the civil courts. In this video, we'll be talking about the other types of subordinate courts, the criminal courts and the revenue courts. Let us start with understanding what the criminal courts are and on what matters they can jurisdicate. So, criminal courts deal with the criminal cases. Criminal law is involved in these cases, which applies to the offences that are committed against society or against an individual. In criminal cases, a crime is committed against the society or the individual. So, for example, murder, rape, arson, robbery, assault, etc. All of these things are included in criminal cases, and these criminal cases are tried at the criminal courts. In a criminal case, a police investigation is done, and a person who is found guilty of an offence is charged with the crime. He is brought to the criminal courts, where the punishment that he is given is decided on the severity of the crime that he has committed. So, just like in civil cases, we had seen that the courts are divided on the basis of powers, which are dependent on the value of suit in the cases that they can take up. So, for example, a lower civil court can take up a case which has a small amount of money involved, while a higher civil court can take up a case where a higher amount of money is involved. But in the criminal courts, this division is dependent on the severity or the intensity of the punishment that the courts can give. So, for example, a lower criminal court can sentence a person to say 4 years of prison, but a higher criminal court can sentence him to 7 years of prison, while an even higher court can sentence him to life imprisonment. So, as we can see that the division is done on the punishment. So, it depends on the severity or magnitude of the crime that has been committed. For example, if there is a petty theft, it will go to a lower criminal court. But if a case involves murder, then that case will go to a higher criminal court. Now we know that the Supreme Court is the apex court. It is the highest court in the country. The high courts are the highest courts in the states. And at the district level, the Sessions Court is the highest criminal court of the district. Now, can you answer this question? Which is the highest criminal court in the district? Is it the Supreme Court, the High Court, the District Court, or the Sessions Court? Yes, it is the Sessions Court. The Sessions Court is the highest criminal court in the district. Now we've learned that the Sessions Court is the highest criminal court of the district. But do you know that the Sessions Court and the District Court, which is the highest civil court in the district, is actually the same? So, the court of the Sessions Judge is presided by the District Judge itself, who is then referred to as the District and Sessions Judge. So, when the highest court in the district deals with civil cases, it is known as the District Court or the court of the District Judge. And when it deals with criminal cases, it is known as the Sessions Court or the court of the Sessions Judge. So, the District Judge holds the collective position or power of the District and Sessions Judge. When this judge deals with the civil cases, he is known as the District Judge, and when he deals with the criminal cases, he is known as the Sessions Judge. As you can see here, it is the District and Sessions Court because the courthouse is the same. Now, as we've seen in the District Court, in the Sessions Court as well, sometimes to reduce the burden, additional Sessions Judge might be appointed. So, the Sessions Judge and the additional Sessions Judge has the power to give severe punishments. They can give severe punishments such as death sentence or sentence someone for life imprisonment. So we can see that they have very high powers. However, death sentence can be given only in the rarest of the rare cases. That is why every death sentence given by a sessions judge or an additional sessions judge has to be reviewed by the High Court. So, death sentence given by the district and sessions judge has to be always reviewed by the High Court. Now, sometimes when there is a case in the district and sessions court, there might be a scope for appeal. This appeal will go to the court that is just above the district and sessions court in power, that is the High Court. So, appeals from the sessions court can be taken to the High Court. So, like we had studied in civil courts, there is not just a single civil court in the district. There are several civil courts which work under the district court, which is the highest civil court in the district. Similarly, in the criminal courts, there is not just the sessions court, that is the highest criminal court in the district, but again there is a hierarchy or different levels of criminal courts in the district. So, below the sessions court, there is the court of the chief judicial magistrate, the court of the first class magistrate, and the court of the second class magistrate. So, what is a magistrate? The word magistrate comes from the Latin word magistratus, which means administrator. So, as we can understand, the magistrate has something to do with administration. A magistrate looks over the administration in a particular area. So, the chief judicial magistrate or the other judicial magistrates do not have the power to award death sentences. It is only the sessions judge and the additional sessions judge who have the power to award death sentences. Also, the sessions judge hears appeals against the judgment of the chief judicial magistrate or the chief metropolitan magistrate. So, when the chief judicial magistrate works in a district, he is called the chief judicial magistrate. But when the chief judicial magistrate works in a metropolitan city, that is a city which has a population of more than 10 lakh people, he is known as the chief metropolitan magistrates. So, we've already learnt about the process of appeals. In this case, appeals against the judgment of the chief judicial magistrate or the chief metropolitan magistrate go to the next level, that is the sessions judge. Now that we've understood the civil courts and the criminal courts in the subordinate level, let us go to the third category of subordinate courts, that is the revenue courts. The purpose of the revenue courts. The revenue courts deal with issues related to the collection of revenues, rent, profit of land which is used for agricultural purposes, and the maintenance of records or taxes. So, this is the purpose or what the revenue courts deal with. And just like we had studied in the subordinate civil courts and the subordinate criminal courts, the subordinate revenue courts are also arranged in a hierarchy. So, the highest revenue court in the district is the Board of Revenue. And the Board of Revenue works directly under the High Court. Now, just below the Board of Revenue, there is the Commissioner's Court, the Collector's Court, and the Court of the Tehsildar and Naib Tehsildar. So, Tehsildar is a word that comes from the joining of two words. The word Tehsil is an Arabic word which means the collection of revenue, and the word Dar comes from the Persian word which means the holder of a certain position. So, by that, the Tehsildar becomes a person who collects revenue. So, the Tehsildar is responsible for maintenance of land records and for the collection of revenues. He is also responsible
for maintaining all of these things in the tehsil, which is a small area. And he's also responsible for the assessment of land records. Just below the tehsildar, we have the naib tehsildar.
So, as we've seen that there is not just one single civil, criminal or revenue court at the district level. In the district level, these courts are arranged in a specific hierarchy. This is done to ensure that justice is administered at all levels of the district. So we have these courts below the civil, criminal and revenue courts in the district. So all of these civil, criminal and revenue courts together form the subordinate or the lower courts, which is the third tier of the three-tier judicial system in India. That is how the Indian judicial system makes sure that justice is administered throughout the country at all levels of the district.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million+ questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.